guys, it's me again, Ruowen Huang. As I say, I'm very good at answering questions. Doesn't mean that I always know the right answer to answer you, but I'm very good at answering people's questions based on my personal opinion. Does that make sense? So if I seriously want to start answering questions as every episode, I can get it done in no time. But anyway, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Obviously, I promise people to explain how the pendulum works. Pendulum, if you don't know what, pendulum, how does pendulum work, right? But I obviously forget. So thanks to someone's reminding me, I'm going to try my best. I think this is going to be a really long episode, but I'm going to try to cut it really short and hopefully you understand, because if you don't understand, I may well just have to open another episode. Let me quickly refresh what I said before. I talked about human energy before, right? Human energy come from, for the person who normal got a great energy going on, it will have a circulation of this. You usually have a 3. I'm really bad at drawing this, but you just imagine this. Imagine all the energy is like an apple, and you are really that stem, and then the energy go down like this, and go up, go down, like that, right? So imagine that this is how the energy work. You will eventually start to understand on our human, on everything in the world actually. You don't just have one way of doing things. You will always have positive and negative. I don't know any other English word to refer this, but I'm just hoping you guys can understand. Just understand everything in this, everything on every existence of this world will always have positive and negative. So as much as you think you are a positive person, trust me, you have a negative side. You just don't know that yet. So when I talk about your energy supposed to work this way, that could it rotate this way sometime? When I say you should go from your feet up, is it possible sometimes you go from your head down? Many people are going to argue me. Yes. When does that happen? When you become a receiver, your head, you will have a positive, plus and minus sign on you, right? One is to receive, one is to give. So if you understand that, you will understand our whole body will have a positive side and negative side. When you have one hand that is for receiving, but for me, as an example, my left hand is receiving any energy I receive with my left hand, while my right hand is giving. It may vary on different people. If you're lefty, you might be giving out in left hand, right? So the reason I want to talk about this is if you start to understand, you will start to understand anything. If we come with a negative side, let's say if I use battery, then you will kind of understand what I meant. Anything if you exist with a positive side and negative side, you will call current. You will start create current. Current, when it's positive dominant, it becomes clockwise. When it's negative dominant, it becomes counterclockwise. So in our human body, as much as I talk about, we, in ideal situation, will look like a apple energy surrounding. Is it really just go all the way down? No. When it come up, it might actually become it look more like, how you look at a stem cell. I'm so bad at drawing. This is a time that you wish you have a, someone doing the action movie on the side. Every time people look at you on DNA or something, or stem cell, they have that kind of rotation type of, look of it. That's basically how our energy works. So as much as our energy can give out from the head, right? It will do that kind of rotation. It depends on if your energy is positive dominated, or negative dominated. Understand when I say positive and negative, there's really no right or wrong, bad, good or bad. It's just simply everything existing in this world has positive and negative side of it, right? So on the human body, we have so-called chakra, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each chakra will create a current. A current depends on which element is dominating, which chakra is dominating, right? Now, which positive driven or negative driven. Then it will create different current. It will create a current of clockwise or counterclockwise. Make sense? Okay. If you understand, everything in this world is vibration. Vibration or existing, not just up and down, but somewhat look like that circle. So you know, either you go clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on if they are positive driven or negative driven. I hope that's simple enough for you guys. If you understand that, then you will understand. As we, every time human have a thought, human have an intention, based on the currents of their thought, I can know what is driven it. I mean, based on observing someone's thought, let's say. I mean, sure enough, if you see really far, I'm unable to see. No, I can still see it. But, you know, once you have a thought, it look like that. So really, in a far distance, it looked like it got a lot of tunnel just spurred out from your head. I'm simply explaining from a psychic point of view. So what it does, it look like, but if you look closely, you're able to see if it's positive driven or negative driven, just simply by watching how the current is moving under their thought, right? It's the same thing when you're doing pendulum. It's not just pendulum. It works on every healer, you know, when they try to use Reiki on you, when they put their thought on you. So now I'm just not talking about just thought. Now I'm talking about you focusing on one question, and then you have a thought into your hand. And this point, you don't necessarily know your answer is as a conscious, but you are depending on your spirit guide to answer your question. You know what I mean? So this is a point. It's like when I'm asking, you know, am I good looking or not? Or would I meet a special someone? You know, what I got for something. You don't know the answer, but your subconscious always do. Remember, I say your subconscious always know the answer. And then this is when this will then start that current. Why? Because now instead of having that thought go from your head, now you are focusing to get your answer to show in front of your face. You know what I mean? So therefore, you start create the currents of either is positive driven or negative driven, which is you got the answer of yes or no. So pendulum. I thought I explained it quite clearly, but in case I make you guys more confused, do ask more questions, you know. But I really don't want to talk for another hour on this one. But you know, for me, it's very interesting. It's all interesting because it's kind of scientific things, right? So for me as a psychic, I can see things, and then it took several years for me to figure out why they are different movement of it. But even though they look all the same, it's simply based on it. It took me a while to start to understand. We all human body contain both things, same as like the earth. The earth will have positive side and negative side. Almost anything you can think of, any element, they all have positive and negative side. For me to really get to knowing what I know is also because I have got to understand everything in this world is vibration. Everything in this world is vibration. And we vibrate in a very specific, unique way, right? And this is due to this thought. Due to this, able to observe this, that's how I also know people are lying. Because what ends up happening is when people having a thought of very particular thing, right? Usually you have positive driven or negative driven. When people who is very authentic to themselves and simply say it is what it is, believe it or not, it's always very positive driven. It's being up clockwise, right? But then when they have something to hide, you know, like I need to say this, but I better not say it. What happened is this energy will at the same time contain both current, and then they often fight with one another. That's how I know when people are lying to me, because their energy cannot lie. Their mouth can lie to me, but their energy cannot lie. So anyway, I hope like kind of digging a little bit about the vibration and let you roughly understand how does pendulum work. Pendulum works simply work as you have an intention to know the answer, whether the intentions come from your conscious or come from your spirit guide. In this case, you asking yes or no question, and then you know that intention then create a current into your fingertip, and that current then slowly influence how the rotation's how you're gonna rotate. Therefore you got your answer of yes or no. What happened when people swear? What happened when people swear? People swearing it, believe it or not, it's not a negative. It's not a negative thought. If they simply say it is what it is, their energy, believe it or not, is clearer than ever. They might have a negative personality, but that's a whole brand new story. So as I say, I really don't want to make this episode super long. All I want to answer is how does pendulum work. So I hope that explained your question. Again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or subscribe my YouTube channel or my website at ruowen.com. And okay, am I doing a good job or not? So obviously it did not agree. No, that was a yes, right? Wait, did I get it wrong? That was a yes, right? Come on. Yeah, I think that's a yes. So anyway, I hope that answered today's question again. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.